Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. That moment where I was going to go live with copyrighted music, and then I was like, yeah, no, let's not do that. Not a wise choice. Let's just get some stuff going here. So again, more streaming behind the scenes. Welcome to everybody. Just posting the links up for this now. There's so many places where we post links now. And then we're good. Last link, and then away we go. Okay. Let's actually undock chat so I can see what's going on. Hello, everyone. You caught me while eating a burger. Hey, Voidly. I was looking for you in VR before and couldn't find you properly, so I'll try and do it in a bit, because, like, I want on VR a little bit. So, that'll be good. What we're doing here is we're recreating some of the shots from the original trailer. Just because I figure it'll give nice variety. For those who don't know, I did this trailer like 11 months ago, and it looked okay, but it can look a lot better, so I'm going ahead, recreating some of those. Some of the other shots we've created recently, I've gone back and polished just a little bit. Yeah, it's going great at the moment. Just let me... I'm trying to see what happens in the shot with Toriel, because I could just go back for it, but the problem is that I'm obviously replacing a character here more with Frisk now. I need to go all Kingdom Hearts on stuff eventually. That'll be fun. I need to redo the intro area, No Falling Down. I need to do that. That'll be really cool to put the other content in. Okay, there we go. So I've got the shot now. Hey, Damon. Moody, what? Yeah, I couldn't find you in... The cat says hi to Sammy. Yay! Hello! So, yeah, everything's going good, Damon. Everything's great. Had a nice Father's Day today. UK Father's Day, for anyone in America that's wondering what's going on and why I'm mentioning Father's Day, probably late or early, depending. Yeah, Voidly, I could not find you in VR before, so I was going to just drop in anyway and just see how you were doing. Because I've got my my headset charged up and everything, so... Hey, John. Hey, King. How you doing? I still have yet to do that video. I keep mentioning to a bunch of people that it's awkward with me trying to fit everything into such a short span of time. Because I only have like a little while each evening to get this stuff done and get everything done that I want, so... Nice, hope you enjoyed. Yeah, Father's Day was fun. I spent a lot of time with my daughter. We went around the park and everything. We just chilled out. It was really nice. Obviously, I do that almost every single day, so it was good. It was nice and sunny as well, but she ended up asleep for like half of it. And then when she woke up, it was just like, oh no, because it was close to getting her home for food. So we had a quick walk around the park, saw some nice things. Enjoyed the afternoon, came back. Said hi to some family friends that had dropped by. Yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday, and I keep dropping in every so often. Like, I'll drop in for, like, say, 5 minutes or so, or less, just to check who's on sometimes, just because, you know, obviously, if I'm going to commit myself to VR properly, it needs to be more than just sort of, like, half an hour here, half an hour there. Obviously, it doesn't help with, you know, trying to look after a baby. I'm trying to look after a baby and like, be everywhere all at once is a bit awkward. So, so yeah, it's crazy, but it's doable. I just need to kind of, figure out what I'm doing. Like, for everyone that's wondering why I've not streamed the past couple of days, I literally have just been, like, doing this stuff, but offline, because I've been dealing with the baby, and also, primarily just because I've been in the zone, like, playing music, and it's always copyrighted stuff, not Undertale stuff. So, like, I'll be sat there listening to, like, my favorite bands or whatever, and then I'll be like, oh, I want to stream now, because I want to get progress done and show people, and then I'll be like, oh, it's really late, and I'm enjoying listening to my band. Maybe I should just keep on doing this, you know, so it's been a bit awkward. I've just been, like, basically neglecting streams a little bit, just to, I guess, try and enjoy myself a little bit, so it's been amusing. I don't want to do that all the time, obviously, because, like, I don't want to neglect streaming either, considering it's kind of my job. What do you listen to? Oh god, I listen to a lot of different stuff. Like, past couple of days I've been listening to Simple Plan and Blink-182, but, like, a lot of stuff I listen to is, like, 2000s era rock, emo, some other stuff. My Chemical Romance is always on my top favorites. The Black Parade just cannot be topped. But yeah, Blink-182, dude, yeah. See, the thing is, like, my taste in music hasn't really changed or adapted since the early 2000s. So, yeah, I might as well have just, like, stayed in the emo / punk rock scene or whatever, because that's pretty much all my favorite stuff, you know. Like, everyone will be turning around and be like, who the hell is My Chemical Romance? And I'm sat there like, are you kidding me? And then I'm remembering it's not, like, 2004. Wasn't one of my best days. I'm usually at the same place when that happens, it's Voidly. It's fine, it's fine. It's where I belong, and I love it, says Sammy. Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff like that. A lot of stuff from, like, the Burnout 3 OST is pretty much right up my road. So, like, Franz Ferdinand and stuff. Franz Ferdinand, MCR, Yellow Card. You know, it's all good. Damon says, fair enough, I've been trying to improve at drawing Gundam stuff, and I've been listening to a lot of Rain City Drive. Oh, nice. I should do a funny one, just, like, get some people that have VR headsets just in VR and see who, like, as a challenge on stream, who can draw the most accurate Gundam from memory. You know, in, like, a certain time or whatever. That would be so funny because of all the drawing worlds. My dear Papa has to make ribs for dinner. Oh, nice, Sammy. But yeah, we just been chilling today. It's been nice, and on top of that, last night was hilarious. I got woke up at like 2 AM. I was just getting like off to sleep after a long day of animating and stuff, and what ended up happening was the baby decided she'd wake up at like 2 AM just to play hide and seek. So yeah, it was amusing. She was playing like peekaboo in the cot that we've got by the end of the bed. So me and Jen were just sat there like, are you kidding me? It's like 2 AM, dear, go to sleep. And she's just like having the time of her life. So we ended up staying up for a bit. It was amusing. Can't really say no to that face when it's literally the : D face. So if I put it in chat for a moment, like, no exaggeration, like the baby's face is literally like that when she's super happy and she's playing like peekaboo and stuff. So you can't say no to that. So we were having a good laugh. I need to have Frisk in a better position here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna animate this a little bit better in a separate window so it's not interfering, and then we're gonna bring the animation back into here. Consume the child, says John. No! Consume the child. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, I've just not been keeping up with much recently, you know, like, anime, Gundam, video games. I've just not been keeping up with anything recently that well because of that. Oh. It's been amusing. Let's try loading up Frisk here, and then we'll animate in seconds here. Never let John see any kids. The one thing that's been getting me and really upsetting me recently, people will be like, "Wait, dude, what? Stuff upsets you?" As I literally have to take after Pirate Software's examples and just like not read any news in future now, because like I've said before, I don't like reading the news, but I'm not ignorant either, so I'll just like occasionally look at a headline or whatever, or get something that catches my attention. And yeah, I keep doing that on like the wrong days or the wrong evenings when I'm going to bed, because I'm like, oh, I'll just read a little bit while I'm nodding off to sleep, and then away we go. And all of the freaking news recently has been like, guess which child has died today? Guess how they died? And I'm like, oh, I don't know what it is, and it's gonna sound terrible. Hello everyone that's just coming back. But like, the worst thing is, and I don't know whether this is the same for everybody, but before we had a kid, I'd be a little bit, I'd like, stuff like this would happen in the news, and I'd just be like, oh, it happens. And then, when I read it now, you can't help but feel a little bit more emotionally attached, even if it's not your kid, you know? So you keep reading these, like, really depressing news stories, and it's just, like, the worst thing ever, because I mean, I've already described how I lacked empathy for people before, but like having so much empathy, the opposite direction is ridiculous now, because I'm just like having so many problems, like when I read the news and read all the stuff like this, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Because it gets me super upset, and then I'm trying to get to sleep, and I'm just like, so I end up in like the fetal position before I go to sleep. You know, it's terrible. Hey, Joel. Your fatherly instinct is kicking in. Indeed. Like, I really wish that the news that was published was all good news and everything. But, like, yeah, it's stupid. I really need to stop it. Like, what I need to do, actually, I just thought of an idea, is literally ask somebody to send me, like, a link to, what are you doing now? Is the show doing, says Joel. Hey Joel, I'm just animating Frisk a little bit. So yeah, what I need to do is I need somebody to send me a link to like manga or something, like a manga reading website, so I can literally just like go and look at manga before bed, because it'd be a lot easier, you know, than reading all this news and it being super depressed. My one tip, Moody, is remember that your daughter will likely look up to you like a hero. Exactly right. So like, I don't want to be like super depressed all the time or upset and stuff, so I know some safe manga sites. Do you want me to DM you a link now, says Lucky? I mean, I'm all for it. I do know some safe manga sites, but like, that I know people will DM me anyway or have DM'd me previously, but I don't mind if anybody wants to, primarily because I'll look it up on my iPhone. Because normally what I do is I'll just be like, okay, I want to go to sleep now, but I'm not warm enough, and normally I go really warm and then I just go out like a light. So it's like, yeah, I figure I'll read some manga instead of like reading world news and seeing how everybody's like, so guess what's ending today? You know. So I reckon this. So what we're doing here, again, for those who don't know, is we're going to be animating all the frames of animation that we've seen before, but with a new coat of paint, really. And the whole point of this is just so that people get to see the quality change. And also I'm going to include some new audio in it, which will be fun. I need to animate more of Undyne's fight scene later. Like, I keep posting reference to it in the Undertale Discord. Not the Undertale one, the Immersiontale one. But, yeah. It's gonna be fun showing that off, because so many people are like, dude, how a fight scene's gonna work? And I keep on mentioning my ideas for them, but I've not actually done them yet. Obviously, because I'm getting around to doing stuff now. I'm collecting a lot of like models and files and stuff still, and making sure they're all correct. So the Undyne fight is like the beginning of saying like, look, this is a fight that I want it to look like. and then we can go from there. So I've got to make it fast and try and do the entire thing, and then I think what I'll do is after the entire thing is done, and if it looks alright, then I can cut it up and do where all the game overs are going to fit in. Joel says, are you going to make a poster? I mean, I've done that. I've done a poster ages ago, you know. So, like, I want to do a new one. Like, it's going to be fun when we go into the Undernet and there's a brand new poster, because what I want to do is try and ask Kara for that. Like, it'll be a mini update for the Undernet, where I can just push that out and just be like, look, Kara, can I get this done? Because I figure for the trailer, because there's so many more characters in this now, that, it'll be fun, you know. The one in the hub's great. The news being happy would be so boring. How else would people get angry all the time, says Damon. I mean, I know where you're coming from, but like, the thing is, the news deliberately posts stuff like that to get your attention all the time, because they get your attention with rage baiting and depressing articles and stuff. Like, look, it's the end of the world, or guess how many days there are till the end of the world, or guess which country wants to end the world today. And it's just like, I don't want to know. I don't care. You know. Send you the links on Discord, says King. Thank you very much, King. But yeah, it would be fun to get a new poster in the Undernet to feature the new characters and stuff. Like, that's gonna be so fun. Bad news sells papers and clicks. That's why I don't like it. It's why I've said in like multiple streams before, I like trying to ignore stuff, but sometimes you just can't ignore it because you're like, yeah, I just want something to read, and the next moment it's got you and you're just like, oh, you know, that's when it's really bad. Hey, memes. Are you going to bend Frisk's right knee during this animation just to make it more realistic? But would you bend the right knee over here when you're turning to the left? In fact, why would you bend the knee when you turn at all? Especially if you stood in one spot. You know. Like, I'm slowly building this up now. Once this bit's done and we do the facial expressions and everything though, then this is going to be another one done. Oh, that reminds me. We'll do Frisk turn here. I'll save this and I'll show you the block out of the other one. Frisk has tank controls. It's hard to ignore when it's everywhere. Indeed, that's true. Whereas if we do, we don't have any spoilers in here at the moment. That's good. Where's the file? Dude, if it spoils this now, I'm gonna be upset. Ah, here we go. So, if I was about to turn, I would turn the foot to the side as I was about to go. The thing is, this isn't so much Frisk going to like fully turn and go that way. It's just them turning on the spot, looking for where Toriel's going, because Toriel does the clap and then walks off. You know. But yeah, this one is the scene that I've included in every single trailer, and it used to be with Moody in it. I may include my whole idea for this in there later on. But like, we got it remade with Frisk now and the soul. So I'm happy about that, and it actually does look nice with all the lighting on it and everything. Asgore's one looks better as well. Where is it? I can show you Asgore's one. It's not exactly spoilers if I just do it in grey. So the whole problem I had with Asgore's is it just looked a bit boring, right? So I made it a little bit better. I went back, I edited the animation, and I also animated what was in the scene and where the camera was looking. So now Asgore's finishing off, gets up and you can see Frisk and the soul in the background. Eduardo says, I have to go now, bye. Oh no! Damon says, gotta go now. Thanks, Damon. I'm about to go to work for some chores. Everybody's leaving. No! I'm messing. Have fun, everyone. Take care. But yeah, that one just looks a lot better to me now. Looks a little bit more natural, so I'm happy with that. I need to have... Well, we're being held hostage, said Lucky. Yeah, what I plan on doing is potentially getting it on VR in a little bit, because I really want to. So, I've been here for years to Sammy. The idea is to do the turn. I'm gonna maybe speed it up a little bit. Speed it up to about there. So there we go. That looks a bit better. My tip, if you want it to be more realistic, is get like 5 people to act it out. Wait, what? I just realized that it's happening there. That pose needs to be over here. Then we'll slowly change the A pose here to this, and we should be good. Have them to stand in one spot and then drop something off and see how they respond. I mean, it's not too bad, I think, because I'm basing it on my own actions as well. What I need to do here is have this be slightly bent to the side, and then over like this. Because then what we're getting is that. Little do you know, Dave, but I'm always here, even when you're not streaming. I waited the corner of YouTube to strike, says Sammy. I mean, it's all good. I can't wait till I animate more Undyne, because, like, I've been enjoying doing that recently. Like, seriously, that's been, like, super fun. Do you kind of like the live-action Undertale movie by Iron Horse Cinema? Which one was that one? Let's have a look. I live in the guy's DM like a parasite, says John. Oh, just let me check the live-action Undertale movie thing, and then we'll talk about the Under event stuff that's coming up, because that's interesting. Undertale live-action movie trailer. Oh, I've seen that one a while back. That's actually using, I think, the exact same 3D model in the, or a very similar one, a 3D model of Greater Dog in the thumbnail. Oh, dude, those particle effects are good. Oh, there's Toriel. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this. It is really nice, though. There's Greater Dog in Snowden Forest. It's interesting, let's put it that way. There we go, I think. If I don't have Frisk stand up straight again like that because of how straight that is. I have Frisk slightly leaning. Let's go, says average internet user. Hello! Okay, so I'm just trying to... Right, this arm needs to come back down. How's it going? New Immersiontale stream, how's it doing? I'm good, I'm good. So, get this right, I was on about this previously, but the people that got rejected from the Under event, which takes place, I think, towards the end of the year or something, maybe? Under event being like a big community thing. Basically, they made their own server where people who got rejected would go. And recently everybody's been like thinking of how to do, you know, like this new event if and when they decide to, because of Under event not going on after, I think it's 2025. They're just like ending the storyline for it there and then like asking somebody else to do it. And it's like, okay, they'll do it then. So they're currently trying to get people to do their own event now, which will show off like all the community stuff, which is pretty cool. But it's funny because they recently put up a thing saying, they recently put up a thing saying like, yeah, when we're doing stuff, and this was a joke. They said like, can people make like a full-length movie for the game so that we can see what's going on and everything with people's projects? And I posted in the DMs and was like, joke's on you guys, I'm already doing that as my project. And everyone just started laughing at it. So funny. They were like, no, seriously, we're gonna do the same rules as Under event, but it's gonna be another one ran by fans. So it's gonna be interesting seeing how many projects get into that. Joel says, is the player and Frisk gonna be free from each other near the end and maybe work together? What I want, like the whole thing, I need to talk to somebody on VR chat and I've missed them the past couple of nights, which is why I'm going to be going on maybe in a little bit after doing this. Oh, yeah, I'll mention that in a second. To clarify with Under event, yeah, what's happening with Under event is they're running until 2025 and then they're stopping it because obviously it takes a lot of time and effort to coordinate so many projects in the community and have everything be done and have their own animated storyline and do voice acting and stuff, because it's so much more than just a community event. Like if I was going to run it, I'd run it like E3 or whatever, so you know, it'd be standard sort of like interviews with people, trailers, but it wouldn't be all like the animated stuff in between. But obviously Under event want that sort of like narrative thing that's through everything to pull everybody in and keep everybody interested. So it's more like it's a show-off event and it's like its own animated feature at the same time, which is crazy. Which is, I think, why they're not doing it anymore, is just because it takes so much effort to do that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, I can understand that. But, like, if I was going to run it, I'd just run it a lot more simple. Because then it wouldn't take as much effort, but you'd still have to obviously put a lot of time and stuff into coordinating everything and getting all the trailers together and all the interviews or whatever. You know. But yeah, they're not doing it after 2025, so like everybody who's gone on to not get into the event so far, who hasn't been successful, they're turning around, they've made their own event, and it's in the works now for, I think sometime like beginning 2025, which would be funny if it gives me enough time to actually put our trailer in it instead of me just putting it out. Like the thing is, I could either just put ours out on its own, and I know that I'd rake in some views, or I could just wait and put it on Under event. Or, well, the thing that is now not Under event. You know, it's crazy. Wait, who's talking right now? And how do I know who, without asking? Moody. More relaxed at this point, so it's Moody. Joel says, it's okay since I'm still thinking about Underbros. So yeah, that's the whole deal with like Under events at the moment, and the rejected group more or less just being like, you know what, we'll make our own event and we'll just do that, and then everybody else who didn't get into Under event can submit to the Under event rejected section, which at the moment, what's the name for that Discord, just so I make sure? Undertale Archives, that's it. Let's see. And I'm getting messages left, right, and center. Oh, Mangadex. Thank you very much for that one. Oh, everybody's sending me stuff like that. Mangadex, Mangalo. That's good for reading manga in bed. Either way, my AU won't fit. But I ain't mad. I have a tiny community of my own, says Sammy. So that looks... Oh my god, is that Batman? Oh wait, is it Moody? How's your day going, Moody? My day's been going fine, Alvin. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you again. I'll be on VR in a little bit. What I plan to do is like just do a little bit more on this because we're almost done with Frisk turning around. Like that. I'm talking tutorial. So they're going to be looking like that at Toriel, and then Toriel's going to clap and walk off. So what I plan on doing is animating that bit, rendering it off, and then jumping on VR to see if I can catch the person I'm after. Is this Undertale 3D? Yes, it is, Rafael Roberto. I hope I've pronounced that right. I assume you're new here. In before John jokes about getting the trailer. Dave, get the trailer! No, John, no! Next moment the trailer's playing. We're going to be playing the How We Got Here trailer again. You know, the magical one. Trailer, please. I'll play the I'll play the How We Got Here one. Not the trailer, says Memes. I was showing somebody else that's a good friend the trailer today. They were really impressed. I'm new. Are you adding the evil skeleton? Someone told me he isn't really evil. I'm not sure who you mean by that. I'm not adding Gaster. We've got like most of the cast. When I totaled it up last time, we almost have, I think it's 68 characters we have, or 62. Blue Eye. Oh, we'll be having Sans in it, just not Genocide Sans. The whole thing is based on the True Pacifist run. So that's why you will not be seeing Genocide Sans. The Megalovania skeleton. Gaster was supposed to be here, but he forgot. The thing was, like, I've joked about it before, but like, Gaster I was gonna put in, and then like, when people heard I was gonna put Gaster in, they took it way overboard. And I was like, okay, maybe, and then I genuinely forgot after a while, so it's just like, yeah, I just started joking and saying, well, Toby forgot, so I forgot too. So yeah, I suppose that's that whole thing, if it just goes to show, it's like, don't overdo it with the jokes. You know, because it might have a negative effect. I'm too damn depressed, says Alvin. No, Alvin. Oh, I'll try and cheer you up. I hope I can at least. You're making this all alone. How'd you do this? So I do this. Oh, I just got to read Joel's last comment. I've got an idea in my head by the channel Immersiontale. Check that out. Plus they speak a different language. I'm assuming it's like Spanish or something, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, I'll check it out at some other point, just not now, obviously. So yeah, I'm making this all alone. The only time I'm ever getting help, I'm actually paying for it. You know, for like some 3D models and stuff. Most of these, how it started was, a lot of these 3D models are borrowed from like Gmod and other places like that. And then I slowly found a lot of the other ones. And also what ended up happening was I ended up getting really friendly with a bunch of people in the community as well. And that really helped for trying to get quite a lot of these. So now, yeah, we have like a ridiculous amount of characters, and some of the other ones I'm still waiting for that I've actually paid for that are due to come in eventually. And that's going to be fun. John. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll get the instead of the trailer. This is 3D. It's so cool because Undertale originally looks kind of, let's see, old. See, the thing is, it's meant to look old, but it's cool. I like how it looks, you know, in like the 2D art. But I'll get the video up now of how this all happened. maybe that one, or I'll just get like, I'll get the new one. I'll get the new one up. So this one doesn't have like all the fan reactions in, but maybe I should show those later on, like get them separately. But I'll pause it for a moment and I'll show you all the other stuff, because like I figure I might as well. New people to the stream deserve at least updating a little bit, so let's just hide Asriel's thing here for a moment. Just boop. And then let's see, we go to that one. And then if I just ta-da! Right, if I just it's good that it looks so old. Indeed. I have officially earned the family title of that one kid who really likes skeletons, says Sammy. Okay, so I'm going to shut up for a moment. This is the newest thing that I did that shows off quite a lot of the environment. Not all the characters, but it shows off most of the underground. So enjoy.
This is Immersiontale, a full 3D animated movie of Undertale's true pacifist run, featuring a little bit of an AU twist. I've been working on this project for a little over a year at this point, mapping out all of the underground in 3D down to its smallest details and slowly getting actors to fill the roles. Here's a quick peek at what it all looks like so far.
Ow! I'm alive? I'm alive!
You idiot! In this world, it's kill or be killed!
Yo, you're a kid too, right? I can tell because you're wearing a striped shirt.
Everyone is always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our modern crises.
Did you hear what they just said? They said a human wearing a striped shirt will come through. I heard that they hate spiders.
Hi, I'm Tammy, and this my friend, Tammy.
You're about to face the greatest challenge of your entire journey. Your actions here will determine the fate of the entire world. If you refuse to fight, Asgore will take your soul and destroy humanity. But if you kill Asgore and go home, monsters will remain trapped underground. What will you do? Well, if I were you, I would have thrown in the towel by now.
that moment where I'm like, ta-da, and I realized I had my mic muted. Okay, so yeah, again, we good. We're up to animating Frisk here. Is Ultra Sensei? No. So, it takes place during the True Pacifist route. So obviously, being True Pacifist, everything is nice. Yeah. But yeah, are you going to take a look at my comment before you watched it? Yeah, I did before I read it out. I read it out, Joel. Like, not being funny or anything, but like, I already read it. Normally when you tell me, like, dude, did you read my comment? I read them immediately, because normally then if I don't, you kind of post it again and again and again until I read it. Like, I'm not being nasty or anything. I'm just saying I have seen it, and I've read the comment. I just don't want to feel like I'm pressured all the time, you know, into reading stuff, like, straight away and stuff. Oh. Let's try and do that there. So yeah, the whole deal that I was going to mention about before with like talking about the player and stuff in Immersiontale is just at the moment, what I want to do is like I have to map out Waterfall, and by that I mean like story-wise, because Waterfall's going to have a lot of like story beats to it, and so is Hotland is going to have like a bunch of like story beats that really connect to the player's backstory in it. Because the whole idea is that we don't just experience Frisk's actions while also seeing other things going on in the background that hint to, you know, other characters being there. But like, okay, Joel, that's nice. What was I saying then? Oh yeah, so this is what happens when I get distracted, which is why I don't like getting distracted, because of potential ADHD. But yeah, basically, what's going on with like the player and everything will be eventually revealed. It's like slowly getting revealed over the course of the film. And through like Hotland and everything, it's not going to be so happy-go-lucky anymore. Like, the best way to describe it is the ruins and Snowdon have that like happy-go-lucky feel to it, where everything feels fun and exciting, and then like you get into Heartland and Waterfall and everything's a little bit more depressing is the best way of putting it. So it's like we're gonna have elements of the player's story put into there a little bit more, and then by the time we get to the end, it should be pretty obvious if you piece the story together, what you've been told as to what's actually gone on and what's happened. And then of course, wrapping up in that as well as Kara's story, which is going to be fun, because we're going off the Nara Kara theory, which I want to try and put in there as much as possible. Ooh. So those are like the main twists. I just like... Yeah, I have attention problems sometimes. Who's the player? Us or you? I'm using one of the other models that I had ages ago, like an old model, to represent the player. But the idea is that even though the player in this has like one unique model, that I would like it to, like anybody, to just be able to be placed in that position. But it depends, like the player has a specific story, like a really specific story. So unless you kind of vibe with that, then... Isn't Kara evil? No. No. The narrator Kara or Nara Kara theory goes off the idea that Kara is the narrator, or at least knows bits of the narration and knows outside of the game elements. Basically, the idea is that over the course of a genocide run, the player is the one that's evil at the very end and has basically taught Kara that, you know, like, killing things is great, so you should keep doing it, because that'll get you what you want. And that's why Kara's evil, because you've influenced a small child to do something, because essentially it's almost like brainwashing, which is a legit thing. Like, people do that to kids. Like, it's weird, but the best way to describe it is, if you explain something to a kid at a really young age that's really wrong, like if I was to turn around to somebody and say like, who was like my own daughter, say for instance, if I was to, what is brainwashing? Brainwashing is when you teach somebody something and it's wrong, but they can't get rid of it, really. The best way to describe it is, imagine you tell somebody who's really young that killing people is okay, because who's going to miss them at the end of the day? Because there's too many people on the planet, so we need to get rid of them. You know, then essentially what they do is they take that to heart, they grow up and they just start killing people because they don't care. And then when somebody asks them what happened, basically they're like, oh yeah, somebody told me that this was an okay thing, so it's fine. You know, they immediately equate that with, oh yeah, somebody in authority or somebody who I trust or whatever told me it, so it must be fine, right? And that's essentially what you're doing during the genocide run. You're telling a small child that it's fine to do this, and you're teaching them that when they do something, they get good feedback, so they should continue it. Whereas when you do the pacifist route, the whole idea is that you're teaching Kara that violence isn't the answer, and through talking to people and being nice to people, that essentially that's the correct way of being. And you can tell that between how the narration is affected during gameplay. So it's like, that's the idea I'm going for. Just like, yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, brainwashing is like forcefully changing someone's beliefs so that they believe something which is not good. They're just like, oh yeah, I believe this is right? And it's like, no, that's not good. They do it in like certain countries to turn children into soldiers and stuff. It's all kinds of messed up. That's so terrible. Why would you do it? Yeah, you just don't do that. Obviously, not normal people wouldn't. So, oh. Yeah, we're not gonna go there, King. This is kind of political. Kinda. Joel says, there's something about Underbros, and I'm gonna conclude. Huh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of like, there's a load of different ways that people do that kind of thing. You know, some people are weird, and some people just like doing it to feel like they're in power all the time. It's just, it's messed up. We'll make this go. Let's do this. We'll do handle type as automatic, because then we get, there we go. I want the head to like kind of flip around here a little bit more. Maybe not that much though. Hang on. If I do handle and do clamped instead. The idea is they turn the head fast, but they shouldn't have the hair go that much. 40 minutes, what did I miss? Just doing a little bit of Mother Grubbers. Can I say that on stream, says Raphael? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, no. I know, King. I know. I'm just saying some people might take a bit of offense to that. Or whatever. I'm not having a go. Trust me, I'm not having a go. There you go. I love animating her and stuff like that. Like, I try and have this be just slightly different. We go. Want to have the hair be slightly different timed, just so it looks a little bit better. Try having that there. The idea is to have some of this hair like move at different times. That way Seems interesting. Let's see if that actually works from this kind of angle. Okay, that's not bad. I did read it, Joel. Please don't ask me again. I'm not being nasty. I literally, because of you mentioning it, I do read all your comments, just not out loud. You know, Dave, I almost changed my profile for a funny moment to Sammy. Okay, I think I've got that down. If I go from there to there. And we time that now. What inspired you to have the player as part of the story? So the player being part of the story is mainly inspired by a couple of videos. One is of the VTuber Watame playing it as a true pacifist route, and the other one is a video by I think it was Azriel Dreamer of Kylie versus Azriel. They're both like really emotional. So it's pretty cool. I wanted to kind of do something very similar. So I was like, yeah, I'll include that. Plus, I was having like interesting ideas of having the player's menu come up and stuff. Because like everybody shows Frisk interacting with the menu. But I honestly don't like that idea because it's more the player's kind of thing. So it takes you out of it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to show off these things and see what people think. Like, I can show off the reference if people want, because I've done that a couple of times. Let's put this in the tutorial scene now. Tutorial demo clap. The way you describe it, the player and Frisk will have similar relationship to... The way that I want it to be is like, especially now, people didn't like the idea that I had, because the original twist was that we were gonna go through Undertale as the player, and then at the end, it was gonna be revealed that it wasn't actually the player that was doing it, it was Frisk. And the idea being that the player is just having so much fun that they felt like they're there and their imagination is going wild. And when, you know, it was revealed that it's Frisk at the end, that's when we were going to slowly see, like, old flashbacks to the main parts of the game. And it was going to show that it wasn't actually Frisk. I mean, it wasn't actually the player, it was Frisk. But when I said that, when I showed off certain bits to people, they weren't particularly happy with that. So my new idea is literally have the player be there only at really key moments, like key emotional moments. And then other times you'll hear them speaking through Frisk, so you'll hear the player's voice coming out of Frisk's mouth. And then other times, another one that I've thought of as well is like having Frisk's shadow here literally not be actually Frisk, but actually be the player. So like the shadow is shaped like the player. I thought that would be pretty cool. You know, so it's just other ways of including the player while not showing them too much, because everybody obviously likes Frisk and the normal characters and they don't just want like random ones thrown in without it making sense. Do you know Epic, he makes music? I don't think so. That's a good idea, to put the player in Frisk's shadow. Well, it's like Kara. Kara's going to be showing up a lot more than what people expect, but just not in the way that they would expect. And I really like Kara, so that's going to be fun. Let's see if this works. The Kara, player in the Frisk, player in Kara, Frisk's JoJo stands. Basically, like, you're not wrong, Why do some people call you Dave? Is your real name Dave? I'm Moody on the internet. I have a weird sort of thing. Moody is both my online name and also a kind of like a split personality thing that I have going on. I've been going for therapy about it recently. Basically, it's a coping mechanism of creating another personality for something that happened to me a long time ago. But yeah. A split personality is basically another half of yourself. It's like having a little voice in your head that constantly talks to you all the time and tells you to do strange things or just other stuff. Makes me sound crazy, but... but yeah. Activate the power of my stand. He's annoying or hates you. No, no, no. Moody is the grumpy old man sitting on the beach with a martini. I can add any sound effects to this. So here we go. We got Toriel clapping at Frisk and then walks off. But what I want here is just Toriel clapping at Frisk and Frisk turning towards us. So we've got this for like a good couple of seconds. If we go from frame 0, we got... So we go to the 65 frames, that's... Yeah, Sammy, you're right. I gotta remember, it's just a game theory, says Alvin. If I get this to be like 100... 120 there is not too bad. What's the music? This is Undertale yellow music. Joel says, I'm gonna leave, see ya. Thank you very much, Joel. But yeah, as for the whole idea with like all the other stuff, I like to think that Frisk and Kara have some kind of like Yugi Atem dynamic during the pacifist route that sort of erases Kara's darkness and hatred, assuming the player didn't already do the genocide. No, that's fair, you know. I like that idea, the whole idea of them sharing the same body and kind of enjoying the adventure at the same time, with Kara helping out along the way. Kara, like, translating basically monster text and giving Frisk the memories so that they can help when it comes to the end, because the whole deal with the true pacifist route is trying to save Asriel and everybody. You are the definition of I have two sides, insert music, funky anime girl voice overlapping, says Sammy. Kind of like how Yugi erased Atem's violent tendencies. I mean, that makes perfect sense. No. So this is just after Frisk talks to Dummy here. So we've got Frisk sort of here, and then... So what I need to do is have Frisk look like they're doing another pose here for the beginning. Oh, can I just... If we line this up, what I'll do is I'll do like a tiny one, because the idea is Frisk's meant to say like, oh, nice weather we're having, or something like that, and then... Oh. And then kind of look around for Toriel. If we kind of do this, and then go... Actually, let's... So, because this is only going to be a short bit of this section, and I can animate it a little bit better, we can... There we go, that's not too bad. Why are some people who like Undertale mean? They call me an idiot because I say Kara is bad. Some people are just like that, you know, you can't change some people. Which is unfortunate. You know, it'd be nice if everybody was nice, but some people are just nasty for the sake of it. Dave said, can I tell you something funny from an Undertale meme? Yeah, sure. I'll pull up those reference videos in a moment as well. what I want to do here, because Frisk goes like completely stationary there, is just have small movement in the head. Card defenders don't like to read Asriel's post-game dialogue. See, I figure Kara doesn't like, my own interpretation of it is Kara doesn't like humans because they clearly did something wrong to anger them in the past. And it's the whole thing of, they're not evil, but they definitely don't like humans as a result. You know, which would make sense as to why they like monsters more. There's a definitive thing, and this is included in Player's story as well, because Player has a similar story in Immersiontale to Kara. It's the whole deal of like, there is legitimate things about people liking animals more than humans because humans are more complicated and have ulterior motives and other things, whereas animals are just simple. You know, or a lot of animals are simple and just want to sort of have some love and affection. You know, so it makes sense that something happened to Kara which made them angry at humans and they can't forgive them, but they don't mind certain individual humans that are nice. You know, that makes so much sense. Sammy says, Frisk, hey mom, did you sit on a pile of flour? Because you haven't... Oh my god, imagine if I got Wally to record that as a blooper for Frisk and then just animated that as a blooper for talking tutorial on the phone. Jason Mega says, personally, I think Kara is evil, but becomes less evil over time in the pacifist route. I think Kara gets saved right at the very end before Asriel does. I'd like to think that Kara isn't by default totally evil, and that they just, it's not so much they have a grudge, they've experienced the worst of humanity and then had to be killed by people in Asriel's body. So it's that whole thing of being like, look, people are evil, I just like being down here with you guys, and then when they try and make it to the surface to make everything happen and humans kill them, they're like, look, I told you I was right all this time, you can't trust humans. It makes sense as to where that comes from, you know, it's not like they totally hate all of humanity because then they warm up to Frisk during the true pacifist route. You know, it's interesting. Just remember seeing a picture of Toriel laughing at a butt off and asking, who raised this child? Jason Mega says, one can at least assume that some of Kara's evil could be due to the lack of a soul. Potentially. The thing is, though, the soul ends up being under the bit at the beginning of Fallen Down, and then ends up in Frisk anyway, or at least part of it ends up in Frisk throughout the game. King says, well, I fully don't understand the game's backstory. I think the yellow fly was the sun was killed by humans. Wouldn't it be hilarious if there was a blue one representing the other side of the kid? Oh, wait, what was that other post? What was that other post that got deleted then? I also have a headcanon that Kara is the reason why Frisk gained enough determination to save and load. Potentially. I figure, like, it's a mix, potentially, of, like, Frisk wanting to save everybody, but it's also Kara wanting to, you know, do everything. It's like, because Kara says that Frisk awakened them with the determination, so I figure like it's a build-up with both of them throughout the story, where like Frisk meets new friends, interacts with them, learns the story, and as they go on, they slowly agree with wanting to let monsters out of the underground. And with Kara, it's like you're slowly teaching Kara in the true pacifist route that violence isn't the answer, and they're slowly being taught that the way that they thought things were is wrong. So then they're like, no, wait a minute, I've been wrong this whole time? Okay, maybe I should you know, maybe I should change my ways and stuff. So that's where Kara's determination comes from, is the whole thing of trying to help Asriel when they realize that everything that they've said was wrong. Undertale is like FNAF, the law's so vague it's open to interpretation. Oh yeah, that's why I like it. It's interesting in what everybody's take is, you know. Sammy. Can you please don't add the Skibbity Toilet? Epic said he added his song with other people. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. There we go. So that's Toriel looking at Frisk there. So now we need to do is make sure she's looking at Frisk. And then we can render this off. Oh. And then we can also do the facial expressions and stuff. My soul left my body, please don't say the word. What, Skibbity Toilet? I love the way that, because we've not shown which way Toriel is facing, her eyes are just like staring off here into middle distance. I love the clapping as well. The funny thing is, the clapping is actually better in 30 frames per second here compared to the 24 frames per second. Never say that again, says memes. Oh, just start like talking like Gen Z or something. It was an Ohio meme that I saw ages ago that was funny. You know, I've gone completely off the deep end when I start mentioning phantom tax and stuff. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Okay, let's do this. And then, well, let's delete all of that. I do not know why there are so many frames in this. So, you all talk about Gen Z's interest the way the boomers talk about y'all's interests. I mean, I don't know, I'm probably one of the oldest in here. I'm just not at boomer level, which is good. Question is, how do we make Toriel look as though... She looks like she's staring at Frisk though, but... Maybe about there? I realized I lost my original save file with the layers of picture because I need to, oh, I'm just saying, we've had our weird fun, we should let the youngsters have their weird fun. Oh, that's fair. Mummy Toriel encouraging the child, indeed. Again, it looks better in full speed here, which will be rendered off at. Hang on, I'm just checking there. That's not too bad, I just need this to be... Yeah, so, here's an interesting one for you. While you're all here, FPS improved in Unshaded. Yeah, the best thing is, the FPS in Unshaded will more or less show you what the proper version will be like. Because, like, before I was rendering... Will the dummy get a hug? I mean, I can do that. That would actually be really nice. But the idea for this is that originally I rendered all this stuff... I rendered all this stuff at 24 frames per second, which is why it's so slow. Like, let's show you this real quick. We're gonna actually get the trailer out, but I'm gonna turn the audio off. Virgin Media. There we go. We got an advert already. Right, so I'm going to show you the original trailer without the audio just because of memes. I don't want to torture memes to death here. And I'll show you what the difference will be between these two bits. Okay, so here's the original trailer from like 11 months ago. John says, speaking of boomer stuff, been watching the Geo Wild guy walk across the UK. So good. I love those. So, here we go. What I'll do is as well is after this, I'll mention one of the new ideas that I have that would be good for people to kind of interact with as well. Kind of like a challenge or a competition of sorts. So that'll be fun. So here we go. This was animated like 11 months ago. And this is all on my old computer at 24 frames per second. So obviously lots of it look pretty much like they're in slow-mo. Like you notice it a lot with my like that the Toriel's hands clapping look like they're in slow-mo. The first frame of the soul rising out of Kara reminds me of the Kingdom Hearts Game Over screen. That reminds me, I want to take more influence from Kingdom Hearts going forward, so that would be fun. But yeah, this is the scene that I'm doing, and as you can see, it's player in this version before I decided to change it. There's the generator in TrueLab. But Toriel there is clapping, and obviously she looks kind of slow there. So like when we go back to this one, and we look at it now, it's Frisk doing the same motion, and Toriel's clapping is a little bit faster. It's going to be rendered out faster, not at 24 frames. So it's going to look a lot better. Inject Kingdom Hearts into Undertale. I mean, it'll work. That's kind of where I got the whole idea of the, like, trying to put the player into everything a little bit better, because, again, the reason why I put the player in to begin with was I didn't have a good Frisk model, and it was part of a mini animation series that I was doing where, like, this whole thing started with me doing, like, a mini animation series to get over depression, and also to learn animation, because it's one thing that I've never been able to do in 3D, so I was like, I'll just get something that I really enjoy and go all in on it and make it the best I can. So I'm like, okay, I'll start animating, I start doing a little bit of stuff, and it's okay here and there. And then I'm like, you know what, I enjoy doing this, maybe I should just do the entire thing, and it kind of went from there and spun out of control. But yeah, it's fun, just like getting all of this done and including and injecting like different ideas. But part of the idea for the player being there was because originally I didn't have Frisk's model. So I was like, okay, I'm only doing a small animation, I can just put the player in there. Because the original, it comes off the back of a series where I was doing where the player was jumping into different video games and experiencing them based off the channel history. I was like, okay, this is cool. It shows different parts of what the channel's been through over a certain period of time in a different perspective. I was enjoying it, you know. And then I get to this and I'm like, oh, this has to be like the best thing ever because it's the end of this animation. And yeah, it's just kind of spun out from there. And then because I liked talking to Frisk's voice actress so much, I was like, I'm just going to scrap the original idea. We're going to go with Frisk, and I'm going to have the player be more in the background. Dave, do you and Moody hate talking to each other? Who's talking right now? This is Moody. I'm a little bit more relaxed at the moment, but no, we don't hate each other. Somebody asked us that the last time when they were like, do we hate each other? And it's like, no. It's, yeah, it's funny going through, like, therapy and stuff, because, like, you'd think that one would hate the other, but no. It's all good. So, oh, that looks so good with the lighting. I need to include one. Actually, no. Maybe not one thing in there. That makes sense as well. Okay. I like Toriel's eyes being lit up there, but we're not going to see him for this frame. the mood of the lights. This is another thing that I know people are gonna say, like, oh, the underground's dark. And it's like, yeah, the underground's dark, but it's dark for a reason. It's because it's underground. Let's see, where's the blink for the eyes? Her eyes are so pretty. I need to do another one of the scenes which will have Toriel's eyes in again. Because like the whole idea, I've mentioned it before, is like Toriel, mainly the dreamers, but some of the other characters have glowing eyes as well because they're underground. I mentioned before, it's a little bit of magic, a little bit of adapting to living underground after so long. But it is cool because it also... Am I annoying? No, you're not annoying, Raphael. But yeah, it's also cool because in certain scenes like this, Frisk looks a little bit dull. So I've got to like change the facial expression, a lot of other stuff. Whereas with Toriel, she looks already like she has a lot of character in her just by having her eyes light up like that. It's something subtle and something that I can change depending on the lighting in the area. But it's so cool. Like, there we go. We're going to start off this with that, and we're just going to go. And then when the hands go down, that's when we go. I'm going to open the eyes about here. There we go. We'll give the slightly happy eyes now. Let's see. So yeah, John, you're liking GeoWizard going across the UK. Do the hands cast a very hard shadow on a face while clapping? I think they might do just a little bit. It might just be the way that it's rendered at the moment. Hang on. No. It's just the way that it renders because of swapping around. Like the lighting keeps altering and changing when I try and change position based off how it is. It softens out, yeah. I tried doing that because like that'll be part of the ambient light that I've included in the area to light everything up, including Toriel and stuff. It's just trying to make sure that it doesn't look weird. It's like, it's very similar to when I did MTT Resort recently, where I had problems with like the reflections on that. It's going to be fun doing the Resort in Blender 4.0, like actually rendering it out where I can mess around and change that so I don't have that issue. Because I want reflections on things. And then I'm also thinking of buying one of the assets that allows us to do like stained glass stuff. Because that'd be so much fun. So we're going to have to do... Nope. Toriel needs to smile a little bit more there. Where's the smile? We're at 200. She needs a little bit more of a smile on her face. Hang on. Nope. Maybe it's the eyebrows. If I just change the eyebrows, because she's already smiling. Just change the eyebrows a little bit. Where's happy eyebrows? She's already got them at 50%. Okay, let's do that. 50%. Bam. Will gas to be included? There are some small hints as to Gaster, but wait, what? I'm just reading all these things now. John says, just waiting for the last part of his current venture. Indeed. There's the other ones that compete against him that are actually really fun as well. Are you trying to cut... Dave, are you trying to cut off my arm and eat it? No? Did you hear what Adobe did? Yeah, the whole thing of like spying on your computer. Goat Mum is the best mum. Indeed. Will Gaster be... So yeah. So basically there are hints of Gaster throughout, as in like text, like wingdings and stuff. And then there's also at least one Gaster follower. The text is literally just like stuff in the True Lab, like pointing around, saying like, oh, this is the generator room and stuff. And then there's the memory heads, which kind of hint at Gaster. I did used to have him in, but what ended up happening was a lot of people joked about Gaster being in, wanting to try and find him and stuff. And then when I did show him off a little bit, everybody like jumped on and was like, "Oh my god, can I voice Gaster?" And I hadn't even got any plans for Gaster in this. So it was just kind of like, it spun out into one big joke, being like, "Can I voice Gaster? Can I voice Gaster?" And I just ended up being like, you know what? I kind of forgot Gaster was even here, a little bit like Toby. So it ended up with me turning around and being like, "Look, I know Gaster's a big thing in the fandom and everything, but not everything has to revolve around him. But there's implications that he's there. You know, it's like even at the MTT resort, I could even put Gaster's name in the reception book, even though he's not there. You know, I could put him in there. There are even jokes. I've mentioned it before. For when people actually watch it in Hotland, there are so many jokes about both MatPat and game theory and Gaster that it's crazy, but you actually have to find them. Like there's at least I think 15 or so jokes just about MatPat and Gaster, and the reason why I put MatPat in is primarily just because we love Matt. We just have MatPat brain rot most of the time throughout the project, so it's like we'll slap him in there. The thing is, it's like I was even like I still might include just a snippet, and by that I mean like the way that I've got him at the moment, his model looks kind of bad. Even though I've got a model for him, he just looks like a dude in a turtleneck with a skeleton head. So it's not really cool. So I wanted one that's closer to the game if possible. But the only other thing that I would do to include Gaster or any sign of Gaster would literally, the only thing I can do is to put the grey door appearing in Waterfall and just have the grey door appearing and then cracking open and then Frisk looking at it and being like, "Yeah, no, let's not go in there. That looks ominous." You know, and then just walk off. That would be the most I would go at referencing Gaster at the moment. Because it's just, one, I don't have the model. Two, I don't think that everything needs to be revolving around him. And three, him only just being in the story kind of fits with everything, you know? I keep forgetting the game accurate Gaster isn't much taller than Frisk. Everyone portrays him as tall as Slenderman. Yeah, everybody has Gaster basically be Slenderman. You know? And then the other whole thing is Gaster's always the focal point of everything. It's like Gaster is literally Undertale's version of Slenderman. And I think that's one of the other reasons why I kind of don't like that. Because like there are some AUs that do Gaster really well. Like I like X-Tail's version of Gaster. Like the whole deal with him being obsessed with trying to create his own AU that's the absolute perfect AU. I like that. That's pretty cool. But like, it's one of those whole things of just like, not everything has to revolve around Gaster, and then like everybody else is doing like fan creations and stuff that always includes Gaster or stuff like that. It's just like, dude, not everything has to revolve around Gaster. It kind of drove me crazy after a while, you know. It's like, I don't normally like just to openly say like, yeah, I'm not doing this because of A, B, and C, but it really did drive me crazy. Oh, so even with the happy eyebrows, that doesn't work, so what's... Just give Toriel like the normal eyes again. Woo. Mystery piqued under people's curiosity, that's why people are obsessed with him. Oh yeah, I understand that. The whole thing of like nobody knows what's going on with Gaster, that gets people interested. You know, that's fine. I understand that. It's more the whole thing of just how rabid that curiosity and that fascination is. It's like, you go from just like, oh, he's this random guy that's maybe referenced a couple of times to, oh my god, I love Gaster, he's my husbando or whatever. It's like, wait, what? And you know there are people like that. There are totally people like that. Let's see if I can... There we go. That's why people love Purple Guy, but revealing him ruined it a bit. There's a lot of stories that do that where I just realized I've got the audio off in the background. Oh, that reminds me. while people are here as well, while I have people here, and while we can actually talk to people and chill and stuff, there is one video that I want to show people. Gasper's my husband. No, I'm clipping that as a Sammy. I should put that on a shirt. You know, make some merch off this thing. People get too attached to their headcanons. Yeah, I think that's true. There's one that I want to show off that really reflects the project really nicely, and I've showed it quite a few times already, but for those people who haven't been round or are new, it's a very nice way to look at the project and just how much of an effect it's had on people. So we're gonna look at this and then I'll continue on here. Oh, and then I'll address Chase Omega's last post about character voices. Moody, you are cool. I really like your movie, says Raphael. Thank you very much. I hope you like this video in a moment, because this is really nice. This shows just how everything progressed, as it were. Let's see if is that the right one? Hey, here we go. A lot of people in here have seen this before, but please just for the moment, just let it play. It's all fun. I hope you enjoy. This is like a 6-minute version of a lot of stuff that's happened and everybody's reactions to it, and it's magical.
Recently, I've been trying to branch out into other areas to show off content, and obviously
The audio's extremely low, so I'll prop this up a little bit. This one's important as well because it has a lot of fan reactions in it, so let's try this again.
So recently I've been trying to branch out into other areas to show off content, and obviously with me doing my Undertale animation and messing around a lot in VR chat and working with some people from VR chat on the animation, I decided that I would try and secure a place in the Undernet hub. I mentioned that I was going to have like a crossover or something with them to try and get my content in here, or at least seen by people, and yeah, it happened. So at the moment, with the new update to the Undernet hub, what we do have is the Immersiontale posters in here, but yeah, I didn't expect this level of support, and then it got a bit crazy.
3, 2, 1. Ow! I'm alive? I'm alive!
You would be dead where you stand.
Oh
Hey,
my
why the
god.
water face?
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. This is gonna be great.
So it was around this time that I managed to get lucky and got the Mad Mew Mew model here from UniDelta from the Undernet hub. This is another one of those models that has specifically been erased from the internet, so it's really hard to find, so I'm really happy to get another character to animate here to kind of fill out the cast a little bit more.
Ow! I'm alive? I'm alive!
Yo, you're a kid too, right? I can tell because you're wearing a striped shirt.
Everyone is always laughing and cracking jokes, trying to forget our modern crises. Dreariness, crowding, lack of sunlight. I would join them, but I'm just not very funny. At least, I'm not making puns. See me. Si fa, sol, mi, re.
Did you hear what they just said? They said a human wearing a striped shirt will come through. I heard that they hate spiders.
You idiot! In this world, it's kill or be killed!
You're about to face the greatest challenge of your entire journey. Your actions here will determine the fate of the entire world. If you refuse to fight, Asgore will take your soul and destroy humanity. But if you kill Asgore and go home, monsters will remain trapped underground. What will you do? Well, if I were you, I would have thrown in the towel by now. But you didn't get this far by giving up, did you?
I say, just make it as simple as possible. Stop overthinking it.
What's wrong? Tell me right now. Tell me right now. What is wrong? Russian girls are cool. Why are you? I can fucking do Western. What's wrong with you? What is wrong? Really?
You feel there's too much work. There's too much work. Why do you do this?
How do you work this hard? How do you have the motivation? I'm jealous.
This entire this entire update was done in like 7 days.
Determination is the key.
I can tell. Holy shit.
This
Crap, I mean myself.
it was all Disneyland. I love it.
I can't clap. Oh no.
Bright new future. Man. I know like that.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh my god.
Oh my
No
goodness
way.
gracious!
Holy, ain't no way. Ain't no
Oh
mother.
my god!
Holy.
I can
Holy
just
shit.
how I sound.
Oh.
Napsons.
Luke.
Napsons.
Oh my god.
Fucking cool as hell.
All of this runs in real time as well.
Holy shit, this is fucking amazing!
Moody, you did such an amazing job. I love
It's
it.
not over.
Shut up and take my money! I'd pay to watch this!
I love the way at the end here we have like some random recommendations. But yeah, I like that. It is the best thing about the whole project at the moment is getting to see everybody's reactions and just enjoy everything. Average internet user. I wonder if the other mountains on Undertale's version of Planet Earth have their own underground sections. That would be interesting. Or whether it's just that one. So yeah, to address Sammy's message about the shut up and take my money that I'd pay to see this. Funny thing is, Evie actually does voice a couple of the characters now. Evie went from just like chilling out with us to actually doing some voice stuff. She also did the voice of Soroba in the small animation we did for Undertale Yellow. Hey Moody or Dave, who is it right now? Do you like Doom? For reference, still Moody. Do we like Doom? Yes, we like Doom lots. The only problem is we played it on computer and last time it broke our hands because we played it too much. So yeah. You ever heard of Project Brutality? Yes, all of the gore. So let's see. Chase Omega's last response I said I was going to react to. I find it funny how none of the Undertale characters have headcanon voices, but unanimously agrees on characters should sound. Yes. So I'm still dealing with trying to... Johnson, still sorry for it. Dude, it's not your fault. Mentioned that before. Anyway, yeah, the whole deal with, like, some characters and how they should sound, I'm having trouble recently because somebody wants to VA for, Snowdrake's father, in the MTT resort. Somebody wants to actually do, like, a tryout for Snowdrake's father for when I get the model. And they're like, dude, I need to, like, get reference, if possible, to know what this guy's going to sound like. I have no clue. I really have no clue. And it's going to be funny if they see this stream and be like, oh, so that was what was going on. So I need you guys' help. What do you think Snowdrake's father sounds like? Because I have no clue. He's a comedian. I was looking, like, last night, and all I could think of for anime fathers was Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist, and there was like, no, he dies. You know, so I don't know what to do for Snowdrake's father, and I'm kind of stuck there with that one. At least with, like, Cathy and Bratty, all I have to do is get some girls that have the Valley Girl accent thing going on, or who can do the Valley Girl accent, and that's fine. You know, like, some of the other characters are just hard to voice for. Jerry is the only battle monster who never tries to harm Frisk. I love Jerry, says Chase. So yeah, I need to figure out an idea for how Snowdrake's father should sound. And I also... just make him Jerry Seinfeld. I sound like Alexander Armstrong. But yeah, it's like, I've got to figure out that. And also, I wanted to ask this on a stream anyway for the last couple of days. I got a thing going on that I want done for the lab that I kind of need help with. And it's literally a case of just drawing a ton of Mad Mew Mew stuff. The reason why I say that is because I want the lab to be completely overgrown in certain areas with Mew Mew merch that Alphys has got. Because I've seen it in some fan stuff and I thought it'd be pretty funny. But obviously I can't do all of that myself while I'm doing everything else at the same time. So I just wanted to reach out to anybody that can, like, draw and stuff and be like, look, if you want to do some Mew Mew merch, it's totally fine. I'll give credit, of course, and then put it in the movie, and then, you know, you'll end up in the credits under the art section. What I'll do is I'll show you what I'm after. I'll show you what I'm after by getting an image up, and then I'll just let people decide, because you can decide how much you want to do, what you want to do, but it will go in. Trust me when I say that. So, like, you'll get your stuff in there. Can we add a registry system? Says Average. Wait, what? I like rules. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just set this out for you now. Just give me a sec. Burger Pants should sound like some squeaky voice teen. I've got Burger Pants sounding like they're just, at the moment, like, totally on wit's end. You know, but I do agree. I'm trying to remember. Let me see, because there was somebody doing new Burger Pants stuff recently. Let's see. Oh, that's a spoiler. I have all this audio in here. Like, we've got some really cool stuff recently. All of Muffet's lines, all of Undyne's lines, all of Monster Kid's lines. Where is... There's Papyrus, Sans. Where is Burger Pants? He was in here. I literally had him, like, a while ago. So many audio files. And then I'll pull up the whole thing that I want from Mew Mew. Then we'll talk about that. There's Gerson. Confirming certain characters here. I've already confirmed anyway. Let's try... What was the file called? It's in here, unless I've moved it already. Give me a sec. This is what I get for like doing a massive project with over like 60 characters. Undertale lines, Immersiontale lines, Hotland, Burger Pants. Oh, that's the actual dialogue. Give me a sec. I'm trying to find these lines. I know they're literally on my desktop. Oh, whoa. Desktop started lagging then for a moment. Weird. Completed VA lines, Hotland. Oh, where is he? He's gone walking. He's all walking around. Give me a sec. I'm trying to find Burger Pants. Burger. Oh, there he is.
Welcome to MTT Brand Burger Emporium, home of the Glam Burger. Sparkle up your day, trademark. The customer is always right.
Do I do digital art? Yeah, that's fine.
What? Why do you keep trying to talk to me? I'll get in trouble if I get show me with the customers.
I can't wait to put Burger Pants in. It's gonna be fun. He's at wit's end. His like voice is cracking or breaking. But yeah, that's new as well. I've not shown Burger Pants off to anybody yet, or like anybody hear him. So that's new Burger Pants. So that's potential spoiler there. So what I wanted, I've got to pull this up from Discord because I had reference on Discord. Here we go. Okay, so I'll pull up 2 references here. One for... Hey, Sammy. I'll pull up one for the actual, like, real-life reference, and then one for the fan reference? Where is it? Hey, memes. Memes posting Kingdom Hearts stuff. Let's see. Do I have this from VR chat? Inspiration gallery. Nope, that's for old stuff. Let me just find the that moment where I'm going through and finding like everything here. Just delete some of these files I don't need. Where was... I'm trying to find the reference folder now. I have so many things in like so many different folders. There's Mew Mew, Final Cast reference. Is that it? No. Ah, there we go. So can I pull that out and put that on the, yeah, okay. And then I can open that in stream. Okay. Will Bob be an Immersiontale? Yes. What kind of merch? Okay, so right, here's what we're going for, right? Because I know people were just gonna like jump at this opportunity anyway, so I was like, okay. Because this is off the back of the AI video, if you've seen that. So let's do what we got here. That one? Is it that one? There we go. Okay. So I can do it tomorrow. Yeah, there's no rush. There's no rush. So this is originally where the idea came from. Where I was like, I can just do like renders of Mew Mew and put them in the background, but it didn't look as good as me being like, okay, maybe I can ask for either fan art or posters or whatever and we can work on him. The idea is to do something like this setup for Alphys. So then I then stumbled across this and was like, oh my god, that is practically the same. So where the fan art stuff comes in was literally the whole thing of like, if anybody wants to do anything like these wall posters or anything like that, no, that's fine. If anybody wants to do acrylic stands, that's fine, because I can do figures and stuff with the actual 3D model for Mew Mew. But I just thought like all the other smaller items that aren't too crazy, that'd be easy to do, you know. Can I have a plush? Yeah, I mean, I can do plush. I want to try and do plush. It's just the whole thing of like, I need to change the model and stuff around, which is no big deal, but like, this is the kind of thing that I'm aiming for. It's just a ridiculous look of stuff, like multiple plushes, multiple figures, wall art and things like that, just for Alphys's corner of the lab that's like slowly overgrown. And I think that'll be pretty funny. So yeah, if you want to know what's going on with the lab, that's pretty much what I want it to look like. So if anybody wants a shot at stuff like artwork that will go on acrylic stands or stuff like this, like I've mentioned before, either body pillows and stuff like that, feel free. How insane would I be to make a can of soda design? Sorry, that's fine. Considering your name, can it be the shape of a little cow? Wait, what? I'm not quite sure I understand that one. But yeah, that's the inspiration at the moment for that area. It is just Alphys having a massive collection of Mew Mew kissy cutie stuff. Stuck at home webcomic plushie. Oh, I get you. I can try that. Hang on, this is from the... Alpha sure owns a body pillow. Yeah, it's like, I figured just having the Mew Mew merch be kind of like... The best way to describe it is, with the lab, because there's so many other smaller details I just want to include for a laugh, just so that fans can have a laugh at it. A lot of the stuff I wanted was like, obviously tasteful, nothing terrible. For like the Mew Mew stuff, I was originally wondering whether I should do stereotypical figurines where it's stuff like Mew Mew in different poses, the alternate color from the Switch version, and then I was like, should I go into the stereotypical figurine stuff for Mew Mew, which is normally like alternate outfits or stuff like that, and I was like, no, it's going a bit too far, because I figure like that would be not something Alphys would do. Alphys would just have lots of like standard Mew Mew merch, you know, so... You see, Dave, I have to prove myself. Everyone who doubted me and my art, they will regret it, says average internet user. Like I said, I'm totally happy for everybody to try out, and then it'll all get put in, it'll be fun. Because it is Alphys after all, so we can put it in. But yeah, the idea is I want Alphys to have all this stuff, and it be potentially like on her desk, round the cube that is also her bed, and then like on the top floor, and it be slowly like have taken over a small portion of the lab, so like when Frisk walks in, they're tripping over the merch. You know, again, I'm not in a rush for this stuff at the moment, so don't feel like you need to rush. Also, there's no limit on this stuff at the moment, so if you want to go crazy and just do like a billion things, you can do. I'm not saying you should do. Obviously, limit yourself. But all I'm saying is just have fun with it, and I can throw it all in. You know, I can throw in whatever as some fun stuff for people. And then, of course, then I need to add people to the 14-page credit document, which is only going to get larger over time. It's going to get massive by the end of the project. It was originally 8 pages, and then it doubled. Or it's almost doubled, and I still need to add all of the reference stuff for it that I've been using from different, 3D websites. Then I also need to check and make sure all the voice actors are definitely in it, including the final ones for each character. And then I need to make sure that all the other ones are in. And then I also need to go back through every single stream and try making sure every viewer is in. And then people that turn up to the VRC events as well, because I said absolutely everyone will be in if I can remember everyone and put everyone in. So, because it's basically a giant community project. So yeah. What about credits? Can it be a real name, or do you can literally do like usernames online if you want. So if you don't want your real name, you can literally just put your username and it'll be fine. Alphys is sure one non-toxic weeb. Indeed. Chase says, Alphys secretly is working on her own fan animation for her favorite game. Oh my god, just do like an Inception style thing. Looks like she's totally doing her own thing right now. That reminds me, I swear we were doing... that was it. We were referencing the other stuff that we had, like Bishop Sands and Pope Undine. They're still here. And Papyrus, and where was Sexy Metaton? There we go. We still have the Religion Tale cast that Alphys apparently drew. So yeah, that'll be fun to put them in as well. Oh, I got rid of myself there. The Sands is precious. I'm actually looking to get my name out there. If it sounds crappy, but I do want to prove myself. That's fine, average internet user. Christian Sands is based. So for anyone who doesn't know what the whole gag with that was, is originally it came from me messing around and saying in one of the streams that I could make, it was somebody mentioned about Undine, and I said it'd be funny or something about Undine being the Pope, and then I did an animation of Undine being the Pope. Then we came up with an entire AU called Religion Tale, where it's... I don't even remember what the premise is, other than everything is religious for no reason. So it's Pope Undine, Bishop Sands, Spanish Inquisition Papyrus, and Sexy Nun Metaton. And then we never got any further than that, really. And then I started making up a bunch of other crazy AUs that were just jokes, including Cone Tail. So yeah. Alphys is the person who watched Genocide runs on YouTube because she used to have to do it herself. She actually did it once. No! Cara and Frisker Angel, says Sammy. Indeed. I think this one is just about ready to be... But Cara is a biblically accurate angel. Okay, so I think that's right to be rendered off there now. Like, Frisk's looking at... The thing is, does that lighting look... There's something off about that lighting slightly, and I think it might be that Frisk needs another light from behind here, and also just slightly from here. I still have the wall hung up on my... I still have the art hung up on my wall because of the jokes, Sammy. I have not forgotten about that stuff. Again, it's that whole thing of there was a lot of joking about it, though, which kind of had me like, oh my god. You know... That's why just that kind of stuff hasn't been on stream for a while. Let's try and just light up Frisk just a little bit better here. If I just go radius, custom distance 40. There we go. We're getting something now. Contact shadows. There we go. 1, 2. What I need to do is have this be like somewhere roughly here. And then we turn off the volume. That's not too bad. The idea is to like only light up Frisk's face just a little bit. And then from this other side, we just go like this, and we're going to cheat the lights. Oh, crap. Oh, give me that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blow the lights out here and see whether it works. 10. Let's see. 20. Might be the range is really, really low. Hang on. It's just not close enough. Ah, there we go. Right, that's not the way that I want this to be. Let's try that. And then we just blow this out this way. Oh, this is like my fake version of lighting here, which does take up a lot of time and stuff to get it working right, but it's cool when it's done. It just requires different lights in different positions, not messing everything up to make it look like edge lighting, which is a really cool way of lighting everything up. Try that. The idea is we blast this with a ton of light from this direction, which makes it look as though it's coming from the mushrooms. Right? We only do it so much. It's not too intense, and we make sure that we get it only on that side. Right? And then, because it's there, we only see the... You know, so now we fake edgelit Frisk there, and it looks really nice. And then, because we've got lighting over this side as well, it lights up and gets rid of some of the shadows, but it allows us to see Frisk's face a little bit better. Let's see. Frisk and Kara are the angel and devil on the player's two shoulders. Do you have ADHD hyperfixations? I have points in time, or rather we have points in time where we get super fixated on something, and then we'll have other times where we just can't concentrate, and it's really bad because, like, at some points I'll come on and I'll get like loads done in a week, and then like there are other times where I'll spend like 3 or 4 days doing nothing and just be like, it's pretty bad. I don't really like it, but we've been dealing with it for ages. They're strong, right? Do you know ASD hyperfixations? They're like that, but on crack. No? Me not trying to make me music is humongous, says Sammy. Dave, have you seen the Undertale video where Flowey meets a Karen? I swear that was recommended to me recently, but I don't think I have. Hang on. I'm going to try and get this rendered off now and just see. Let's just check the speed. Okay, that's good for speed. I'm going to try it from here and just see. I'm going to render this off because this should be done. If I hit render now and it just all crashes, I'll be unhappy. Have I got any other windows? No, we don't. Yeah, no, I hate going through stupid parts where, like, we have hyperfixation, or, like, we just don't do anything. That just sucks. Because, like, if it was up to me, I've joked about it plenty of times with people, we actually need clones. Like, if I had clones, I'd get everything done, like, 100% of the time. I'd have, like, obviously me for chilling out with the baby, and then I'd like have clones for doing streams, and then doing my 3D work, and then doing other things like taking care of housework and things, and then driving or whatever else I needed. So I'd have like 5 or 6 clones, and they'd all be funny. But then we'd all be trying to spend time with the baby eventually. Because yeah, baby. Speaking of the baby, again, I think I mentioned it before, but she woke up at 2 AM last night just to play peekaboo. So I was pretty wrecked this morning. Like leaning over the side of the bed, just playing peekaboo. Like, hi, peekaboo. Well, let's see if this worked. I love the way I'm just... Oh, no, wait, what? Is that? That moment where you've got, like, a previous version of your render of Toriel clapping on her own? Oh, I see why. That's because... Let's get rid of that. I don't need that. Let's try the new one. I have that, but with a kitten. He wakes up in the middle of the night to bite my ear. The thing is, I mentioned it with my baby before, my daughter. When she wakes up, if she plays peekaboo, she just looks like this all the time. Just that post that I've just put. It's the :D. You know, it's just always that. You just play peekaboo and just like, where's Rachel? Next week she'll pop up and be like, ah! It's like, oh, peekaboo. It's so cute. Thing is, if she wakes up like any time between now and then, I get to play peekaboo with her. So it's amusing because I've even drawn that face for her on the fridge. Because on the fridge we have like whiteboards and stuff, so we can write down like and keep stuff organized during the week. I literally just drawn that and put Rachel's happy face. Hey Vessel, in Deltarune, is Chris going to be both Frisk and Kara's counterpart? That would be interesting. Anyone notice how Mew Mew in Undertale Yellow looks really different? Wait, what? Mew Mew's in Undertale Yellow? Oh, excuse me. Spam Chromite says, cloning myself is one of my superpowers. The only legit superpower I even have. Average says... Hey Dave, by the way, what were you talking about when you get super tired from fixation? It's called burnout. Sometimes... Oh, Mew Mew Love Blaster. Oh yeah, I remember that one now. It looks slightly different. Like, with like ADHD or whatever, what ends up happening is we'll go through moments where we get hyperfixated on something. Mainly not on stream, or sometimes maybe on stream, depending if we're in the zone or not. The zone is like another level to it, which I'll explain in a moment. But like, if I want to get like a level done or whatever, we have to like properly understand how everything works, and like the visuals and everything. Everything has to be there, all those details. So we'll put like massive amounts of time and research into that beforehand, so that we can then get it done. But sometimes it doesn't work out quite right, and we end up hitting a roadblock. And the thing is, before that, we'll get hyperfixated, so you'll see me just like working and working and working, and everything will feel like super cool and nice and fluid and smooth, and I'll just get everything done super quick. And then there are other times where we'll hit the wall, and we just can't do anything. We'll get really frustrated, and it's so annoying because then you can't think of an answer, and your brain just mentally shuts down and is all like, nah, I don't want to do this. And immediately it's just like, you can't do anything, and it's really frustrating. But the other part to that is the zone, which is basically where your mind naturally just goes to a place where it does everything by almost instinct, I guess is the best way of putting it. It's like you start doing stuff really well without even knowing that you're doing it really well. And then by the time you're realizing that is most of the time when you're coming out of the zone, or you're kind of half in, half out, where you're working really hard, you're making sure everything is done on time, it's looking really good, you're making great pace and everything, and it's coming out super fantastic. You know, that's the zone. But it also applies for like games and stuff. Like, people get it when they're doing like hockey or whatever else, you know, like actual physical activities and things. You can actually enter the zone in multiple different ways. But the thing is, you can never like properly trigger the zone, as in like willingly. It's something that just happens unknowingly. You can't just sort of be like, oh, there's the zone, I'll just go waltz in. You know, it's something that's attained by doing something that you like, or something that you enjoy so much that you just naturally enter it. But yeah, you can realize that like when you're in and when you're out, depending on how well you're performing. It does sound like BPD. Interesting. How powerful is it? What, the whole focusing and then not focusing? It depends. It depends. If it's like you go crazy and then come out and be seriously depressed, that's a symptom of BPD. I wouldn't say we get depressed. It's more frustration, because you see yourself doing something and being really good at it, and then when you can't perform to that level over and over and over again, it gets really annoying. And then you start thinking, what am I doing wrong? You know, what's going on here? That's part of it. But I wouldn't say that it was something where we get depressed about, you know. Wish it lasted longer, but I believe it's tied to mental fatigue, says Spam Chromite. I call it feeling like Cloud 9, where everything comes out perfectly, but it's so fleeting. I've had it happen quite a few times, like going in the zone over the past like 5 years or so. And it's really fun when you realize you're in it, and you do really crazy stuff. But then like a few minutes later, or maybe like a little while later, is when you come down off it, and you're like, oh, damn. You know, it's funny when you don't realize that you're doing it, because then it's just like, oh, it looks like everything's easy. You know. I'm breaking my model here, I think, by drinking. I'm like, oh, I need a drink right now because I've not had a drink in like 2 hours or so, and the next moment it's like, ugh. You can probably hear me drinking on stream. I must figure out the ratio of frilly to shirt for Mew Mew. I want to go overboard to Sammy. I need to do the Mew Mew model. Oh my god, there it is! I lit the model and everything. I've just rendered it all off, and then I'm like, okay, I'll try and watch what it's like. Oh, it looks so much better at 30 FPS. Oh, okay. I'm super happy with this. Super happy with this scene. Like, let's put it this way, right? Imagine it looking like this, with no errors and everything. You know, when we play animation, it sometimes has errors, right? But it's slightly quicker than this. This is running at like 20 frames or something, or a bit more. What is it, 24? 24 frames, so that's running previously how I had it animated. That was how slow it was animated last time, right? But we're running it at 30, which is a lot smoother. And it looks so much more... Oh my god. Like, when I said to people originally in one of the other videos, the 30 FPS is going to make such a difference. It really does. Oh, it's so good. That edge lighting as well. That edge lighting around the mushroom helped so much. Just having it look like it's bouncing off Frisk there. Oh, so good. Wait, you know what they say? Honesty is good. Basically, I hope this project succeeds, but I'm trash, so it's both because I like it and you because I hope to get in and prove to people I don't suck. I mean, I wouldn't say that people suck at anything anyway, you know. You're always gonna get better at stuff that you like over time anyway. Like, for instance, I remember when I started out doing 3D. When I started out doing 3D, all I could do was a box. And like, for example, if I show you what Blender is like now, you already start with a box, right? But I only used to be able to make stuff out of boxes. And then, like, then it went on to this, where I could be like, okay, and this was years ago, by the way. I've evolved with the technology. But then my whole thing after creating a box originally was like, oh, check it out. I can put an image on a box. And then it slowly evolved into, where's it? Let's do cube there. It slowly evolved into, look, I can put an image on a box and it tiles. You know, and it took me so long to get to where I am now in terms of like my entire skill set. You know, like obviously I'm still learning 3D and getting better at it slowly as I go. But like, it's one thing that takes a long time. It's the same thing with like drawing. Drawing takes a long time to get stuff right, you know, and get things accurate. Like, how many people can actually draw hands and feet good? You know, they are really hard. And then don't even get me started on proportions and stuff. You know, but like, I wouldn't say that people suck. You're always going to get better. And I think the fun thing about something like, say, like 3D or like drawing is that you set yourself a challenge that you know you're going to enjoy, and you work towards completing that challenge so that everything is better for you. You know, so like, for instance, the whole deal with like this and everything, originally I didn't know how to animate. Now I'm getting better and better at animating characters, and you can see that through each of the streams. And it's like, it's just going to be fun because it means that at the end of the day, a lot of these characters are going to be more fleshed out and less robotic than they were. You know, so Again, it's the same thing with drawing. You just have to keep on drawing and drawing and drawing until you get better. But it's fun along the way, and you might as well enjoy the process. And if anybody else says that you suck, you know, just tell them, like, oh, if you can do better, then you do it, you know. Like, challenge them to see if they can do better, and if not, they're probably either jealous or they just can't do it. You know. So do you think the gold part on Mew Mew's chest is a heart locket, like in the Switch trailer, or is it a bell? Let me see, because I know some, like, we have the Mew Mew model here, and I'll see. So, I think in the game, it's, like, in the actual game, it's a bell, because you can see it here. But I know there's a locket as well. I might actually have to do the locket is like some merch in 3D. Yeah, I've done it as a bell for the, well, rather, it was done as a bell for this model. And then I've just made it gold. Did I even make the eyes bloom? I think I may have. That reminds me, why isn't ambient on this? Ambient occlusion, bloom, screen space reflections. And then I just need to like light this scene better because it's only temporary lighting. It's gonna be fun to animate Mew Mew. Yeah, then I can pose this model and just, like make it merch. So I think I'll do that for like a couple of streams at some point. It's like just do Mew Mew merch stream. First major step to getting better at art is dropping the idea of I'm unique and I won't do the line art or such the moment you realize how good the average workflow is. I think one thing that people take for granted is like not using reference, because like people turn around and be like, oh, I don't use reference, but then like all the stuff that they do then comes out weird. It's like always use reference for anything that you've got, you know, because then it'll come out better. Just gonna quickly see if somebody's on VR chat, because I'm going to go on VR chat anyway in a little bit, because I don't want to like waste the battery that I've got here. Reference is super important, yeah. Like, references are super important, but I know a lot of people that just like don't use them, or people when they start out don't use them. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? You know? You may hear VR chat for a moment in the background. It's because I'm searching up to see who's actually online. Because I want to stick my headset on in a moment and just like chill. VR chat's OST is so nice. Oh, it's nice and chill and relaxing. Oh, and I've got an error ticket here, so now I have to sign in. Yeah, I've just not got the I've not got the window open at the moment. As an artist, references are important, especially if you want to keep consistency with your own characters. Like, the thing is, I agree with that as well for, like, my recent stuff. Like, you saw me redoing the Judgment Hall and the Throne Room, right? Those were based off my own reference, which I done, because I did, you know, the Throne Room and the Judgment Hall ages ago. And I was like, the lighting looks so much better. Why didn't I do it on this version? And I just thought, well, like, the other version had so many other different lights throughout all of New Home that were spread out that I probably didn't have enough lights to light everything the way that I was doing. So I was like, I'll relight these areas and have them look how they did. So I just took reference from my own content and it just looks so much better now. Let's see, who's online? Oh, I'm waiting for one person in particular, and they're not on. I'll just get on anyway in a little bit, because I just want to chill with people and do some VR stuff. Even if it's only for like an hour or so. Hey, Voidley. Yeah, I'll be actually going into VR properly in a little bit. Have you seen the official new ULB OST? No? All previous stuff scrapped forever. Huh. It's like when they changed the height of Ava's in Evangelion every chapter across the series, they were like, it's fine, just keep animating. Let's do... I need to set up the next demo now. That reminds me, I've got inspiration for like one of the demos for setting up. I will send you the current sketch I have of Mew Mew Soda. That's cool. Again, if it's in the Undernet, then that's super easy to find. I'm going to figure out which new scene I want to do now, just real quick, because I can make a start on it. Let's see. Done that one. Oh, I knew which one I want to do. I want to do the spider bit. Where is it? Blender files, ruins. I want to find out. Hey, Lucy. I'm actually going to be in VR chat, like, real soon. I'm just quickly finishing off the stream, because, like, I want to go in VR before I have to come off this, because I've got to also do some cleaning. Then I've got to make sure the baby's okay. And then I'm off in, like, the next hour. I don't want to charge my headset off for nothing, but I also want to do the spider bit, which I think is in VR map 2, or sorry, not VR map. The Ruins Part 2, which is here. Oh, it'd be so cool to do the spike scene. That would be actually really neat, showing Toriel helping Frisk through the spikes there in the new demo. What server? I'll be in the Undernet, as usual, probably. Yeah, that would be cool to light that area up because of how the water effect looks, and have Toriel be guiding Frisk through there. Last time I played, someone was incredibly racist and said tons of disgusting stuff. Yeah, there are a lot of people that do that, but that's mainly only in public servers. Like, every moderated server is pretty much fine because they get kicked immediately. Because, and the reason I know that is because, like, most of the time I'll make a moderated server and then just be like, yeah, here we go. And then if anybody says that kind of stuff, I'll just report it immediately. Where is it? Ruins map made 3. There it is. And he said he doxed me. Oh no. Not good. For obvious reasons. Every time I'm on VR chat, it's always someone who isn't a weeb or a furry. It's weird. I don't like people being mean like that. It's just terrible. There's a save point. I need to light that up, the cheese up better from this position. Loving the particles there. So good. Right, so. Oh crap. That's script. I don't want scripts. I don't need to code anything. So if I do the next one, being the spiders in here, and then I just want tons of spiders everywhere, that's going to be so cute. Because I actually want the spiders coming off the ceiling and stuff and walking around on the donuts and everything. Because this was one of the other scenes that I really liked the look of. So I'm gonna save this as a new file, and this is gonna be spider demo. This is the cool thing about this now, is like, I was saying to people, the whole point of getting to this part of the project now is that with everything more or less done, like audio, well, almost like all the audio, but with the majority of stuff here, like the audio, the models, the environments and stuff, this is the fun part where I get to turn around to people and be like, look, I can just animate this section. or I can animate these parts and then slowly piece everything together. That's where the project really picks up, because then I get to do these fun streams where I show like animating off little pieces at a time, and you get to see it slowly come together. Basically how I described it originally, when I was like, yeah, I just need this kind of stuff. Just give me the audio and let me work on this kind of stuff with the ideas that I've got, and we're good to go. You know, so it's really fun at this point, because I start actually getting to crank out more content. It's all good. And I just realized I do not have the pile of coins down here like I had originally. It's gonna be fun putting all the tiny spiders walking all over the webs in here, because I want some of them hanging off the webbing. I want some of them hanging off the donuts. Maybe have a little one with a sign on the actual sign that just says pay for donuts or something. You know, like monster, and then another one here selling the spider cider. That'd be pretty fun. Have some on like the moss there, some just like chilling out over here. Because I actually want some of them moving as well, so I'm gonna have to like do a spider walk cycle. Alphys would have been a Club Penguin kid. Undernet is pretty well moderated, yeah. I missed the cheese to Sammy. Anyway, I am gonna get off so I can get on VR for a little bit. So, thank you very much everyone for your time. As usual, I love your company while I'm doing this. It makes everything fun, and I like hearing everybody's ideas and stuff. So, yeah, I shall see you on the next one. I'll try and get this next one tomorrow if I can. I shall see you on the Undernet or any other Discords that I'm currently on, which are the Undernet, Dork's Inverted Fate server, the Minecraft official Sajlads one, that's for Minecraft and Undertale, or the Undertale archives if you're on there, which is the rejected stuff from Under event if you're there. But yeah, if you want to send artwork or whatever, just go to the Undernet Discord and stuff. That's all good. Either way, thank you very much. I appreciate the company. I love talking to you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!